Today I want to talk about winter capsule wardrobe essentials, and I have 14 different categories that I want to go through that I like to call building blocks of a winter capsule wardrobe. So in case you're not sure how to build your own or you just want to tweak it a little bit, this can be really helpful. And also, obviously, you can tell I have a lot more pieces on here than 14, but that is because I want to give you some variety and some variations. But just in case you're curious, I live in Europe, so this is kind of a snowy, cold winter for me. But the first category I want to start with are the thin jumpers that are perfect for layering, but also to wear on its own, maybe on those warmer days. And here I just have two that I wanted to mention because they're really special to me. The first one that I have, and I have to turn it around, is this one from Intimissimi. It's a cashmere blend jumper in a nude color, and honestly I think this color is amazing because it looks great on its own, but then very importantly I can easily layer it under some of my other thinner jumpers or colorful items, and I'm not gonna have any weird lines underneath or color showing through. So for me, this is such an important layering piece and I really like it. But then I also have just a little bit more of a fun version, which is again from Intimissimi. This one is in a black color, again the cashmere blend, but it has a nice little pattern. And again, with this one, it's gonna look absolutely stunning on its own, but because it's a thinner jumper, I can also easily layer it. If maybe I'm going on a walk or I'm gonna be spending a lot of time outside, I can easily wear this one underneath my other row necks or turtlenecks or things like that. So I think this is a very important essential, and again, depending on where you live, you can decide how many you need and in which colors, of course. And then of course, we also have to talk about turtlenecks, which for me are the absolute staple in the winter months, because when we go outside and it's really cold, we want to have our neck protected. And here I just have 3 different versions, and I also have another one that I'm wearing today. But honestly, when it comes to the turtlenecks, I personally like to have them, again, a little bit more fitted so I can easily layer them. And these 3 are again all from Intimissimi because this is just the store that I like to shop my basics from. And they're also in a really nice color. First I have the plum color, which is very flattering, really nice, but it's not black, so I have kind of a pop of color. And then I also have a beige version because for me, a beige color, it's perfect to wear for maybe monochrome outfits. When it's cold, when it's gloomy outside, having some kind of brighter colors, I think it can kind of help with the mood a lot. And then I also have just a thinner version that it's in this gorgeous red color, which again, for me, red color, it's really nice and wintry, and I think it also flatters me a lot. So if you like turtlenecks, having a nice little variety can be really helpful to build your capsule wardrobe. And depending on your lifestyle and your fit and what you like, you can go for any kind of silhouette that you want. I personally like things a little bit more fitted, so I can also layer them. But if that is not your cup of tea, of course, go for a different style. And now to my absolute favorite category that I swear by, and I think it's the most important if you live somewhere cold, and that is just a wool or cashmere row neck that it's a little bit more oversized, so again, you can easily layer it. And for me, I currently just have this one in my collection, and then I also have a pink wool jumper that it's kind of a crew neck jumper that it's also amazing and really warm. But in the future, I also want to add a beige or maybe off-white row neck like this one in my collection because again, I can have a little bit more variety. And for me, this one, it's so easy to wear, easy to style. It's kind of a wearable blanket. It's so comfortable. Also, very importantly, if you're spending a lot of time outside, you can easily layer this one with other pieces that I just showed you, because the first categories, they were kind of a little bit more fitted, but this one is oversized, so you can easily pair items together. And now to another really important category, and these are the wool cashmere dresses, which in the winter months, if you want to look stylish and also be warm at the same time, dresses, you might not think about that, but dresses are actually a really nice hack to achieve that, because if you're gonna get them in wool and in cashmere, they're gonna be really warm, trust me. So here I just wanted to show you 2 of my favorite winter dresses. This one, the first one, is just a black cashmere turtleneck dress that it's not fitted, it's kind of slightly oversized but not too much, and it's actually really warm, really easy to style. It looks amazing with my over-the-knee boots, and I just live in this one. It's so comfortable. Again, it's kind of a wearable blanket. But then I also have this one that it's not a wool dress, It's kind of a lighter material. It has nice thickness to it, and it's also really long, so it does provide me with a lot of warmth. It really keeps me covered, so if I have my over the knee boots underneath the dress, a lot of fabric covering me up, and I'm gonna be really warm. And also an extra tip I would give you here, go for dresses that are a little bit more plain, so you can easily dress them up or down as much as you want to. As you can see, these two are kind of a blank canvas. Of course, you can go for a little bit more details if that is something that you like, but just don't overcomplicate it because you want to have versatile items. And now we can continue with the bottoms, and the first category that I feel is really essential if you leave summer really cold are the fleece leggings, thermal pants, whatever you want to call them. A lot of brands are kind of doing thermal jeans or thermal pants or whatever, and here I just have two variations to show you. The first are just sporty black leggings that are thermal inside, they have fleece inside, so I can easily wear them with my really nice tops, and then I can also tuck them in my over the knee boots or my snow boots, and I'm gonna be super warm but still stylish at the same time. But I have to admit, these are usually too sporty for my taste because I like to dress up. That's why I also have this pair in my collection that I got from Calcedonia, and they are thermal faux leather pants or leggings. I'm not even sure what's the difference here, but you have a nice little pocket, you have a zipper at the front, so they kind of look like pants. And very importantly, because they're fitted, I can easily wear them with my Ugg boots, snow boots, and then also my over the knee boots, so I'm gonna be super protected. But because I have this faux leather finish, it's also gonna be a nice contrast with all of my other black items, and it's just gonna elevate my style a little bit more. So these are the two options that I like. But in case this is not really necessary for you, I also want to give you another alternative, and that is to wear your normal jeans with wool leggings underneath, and then you can kind of create your own thermal jeans or pants or leggings or whatever you want. Here I have these wool leggings that I had for a really long time, and these are really see-through, so they're not meant to be worn on its own. These are kind of an underwear piece. But yeah, for me, these are an essential because I can easily put them under so many of my jeans and so many of my pants. I just have to make sure that those jeans or pants have just a tiny bit of room, so I'm still gonna be comfortable. But yeah, if you haven't tried this before, I would highly recommend it, especially if you have some jeans that you really like, but they're just a little bit too roomy and you don't know what to do with them. Pair them with thermal leggings and your winters are going to be so much better and more stylish, I promise. These are the thermal jeans and pants done, and as you can tell, I picked everything a little bit more fitted because I think it's really important when it's snowing, when it's raining, that we have something we can put inside our boots without any issues. But then of course, I want to give you another option for style's sake in case it's a sunny day, it's not raining, it's not snowing, and that is to have something that is just a little bit wider at the bottom. And for that, I actually have a new pair of jeans that my mom decluttered out of her wardrobe, so this is kind of a new piece to my collection that I had on my wish list. How amazing is that? But pretty much I think having any kind of a darker wash jeans or black jeans or gray jeans, something like that in a wider fit, I think these are gonna be amazing because yes, we could easily wear all of our lighter colors with the wider bottoms in the winter as well, but usually those are gonna get really dirty. That's why I just like to have something a little bit darker, and for me these are really stylish, and I can easily pair them with my oversized roll neck, with my fitted turtlenecks, fitted crew neck jumpers, all of the good stuff, and they're really stylish and they're gonna look amazing both with my snow boots or sneakers, anything like that. And now if I continue with the bottoms, because yes, I still have more, I have another category that is really essential, and this is a wool skirt. In case you don't like dresses or you just like both like I do, you want to have something that it's a little bit warmer, a little bit thicker in your collection, so you can easily wear this kind of skirt with all of the tops that I just mentioned, and it's gonna look super gorgeous. You can go for any length that you like. I think even the longer skirts, they're so gorgeous, so amazing. I don't really have those in thicker materials, but I do have this one that it's kind of fun. So this is the first option that I recommend, but in case you don't just want to buy a wool skirt for maybe 2-3 months a year, what you can also do, I have another hack. You can just wear your normal skirts that you kind of wear throughout the year. They're kind of a little bit thinner, but you pair them with nude leggings and black tights, which I'm gonna show you. Here we go. These are kind of, I never know what are the leggings, what are the tights. I'm not sure what are the differences, but you can see this is kind of nude layered piece. It's kind of fleeced inside just a little bit, so it's gonna give you a lot of warmth and it's gonna kind of mimic your skin tone. I know obviously it's too dark for me, but it's the best that I could find where I live. And this is the first thing that you put on, and then on top of it you put just your regular black tights. I would recommend something like 30 deniers, so they're not too opaque, they're nice and sheer, but also they're gonna be durable, because if you go for 20 denier, those can easily break. And honestly, this is one of my favorite hacks, and this is how I can utilize so many of my pieces from my spring capsule wardrobe or full capsule wardrobe or even summer capsule wardrobe, because I know how to layer. And then the last category when it comes to the bottoms we have to talk about, I would call special occasion pants, because we all know winter usually comes with loads of different events and Christmas and holidays and New Year. And I know I'm filming this in January, but you know, it's kind of still useful to know for next year. And even in January, I know people still have parties and it's kind of still going on. Or February, we have Valentine's Day. So having some kind of finer bottoms in our collection that make us feel amazing, they're just a little bit more polished, that you can wear with maybe your high heels, I think this is really essential. Here I have my black pants that I swear by. They're really high-waisted and they're really nice and wide and perfect to wear with high heels. And honestly, because they're so cinched in my waist, they look amazing with all of my tops that I just showed you. And now I still have my outerwear, shoes, bags, and accessories to go through. But before I show you everything, of course, a quick reminder that if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up. And also let me know if there are any essentials you swear by that I didn't mention in this video, because I would love to know. Thank you. Of course, when it comes to the outerwear piece, I have to mention my favorite winter jacket of all time that I keep raving about, and I'm just so proud that I own, and it changed my life and all of the good stuff. But if you live somewhere where it's snowing, when it's cold, you want to invest in a good winter jacket that it's really long, that it's stylish, that it's versatile, that it's good quality, that you can dress up, that you can dress down. I think this is really high priority, again, if you live somewhere where it's really, really cold. For me, this one changed my life, because I used to be cold all of the time, every single winter. I just was kind of used to being cold. But then I got this jacket, and now being cold is a memory of the past, and it doesn't matter what I wear. Sometimes I even wear like a cashmere dress with just 30 denier tights, and over the knee boots. I have no nude leggings underneath. And then I put this one on top and I'm super warm. So it's absolutely insane how life-changing this coat is. But I realize not everyone lives in a really, really cold winter country. So if this is not really necessary for you, then what I would recommend is just a classic black wool coat that you can also wear with a black vest with a hoodie underneath. So you get both the hoodie for protection if it's raining, you get the extra layer of warmth from the vest as well, and then the wool coat is gonna keep you nice and warm and regulated. So you can decide what makes sense for you. For me, as I've said, this one is a staple, but maybe if you live in the UK like I did in the past, the wool coat with a vest is more than enough. And now when it comes to the bags, I have two that I want to show you. The first one I already talked about in my full capsule wardrobe essentials, but honestly I have to mention it here as well, because for me this is the most winter bag ever, because it's black, it's dark, it has all black hardware, and also it has this nice little leather finish, so it's a little bit more shiny and it gives me a little bit more contrast. Honestly, I really love the size. I love that everything is covered up, that it has a flap cover, so if it's raining, if it's snowing, everything is protected. And honestly, this is one of my favorite bags to wear in the winter, and I always feel so stylish when I wear it. But then I have another bag that I want to talk about, and maybe you're gonna be surprised by my choice, because this is really bright color and it's more of a spring and summer color. But honestly, how I would categorize this one is your favorite pop of color. And the reason I think we all need a really nice pop of color in the winter is because usually winters are going to be very gloomy and very dark and a little bit depressing. So we want to have some colors in our wardrobe that bring us joy. And because it's not always possible to have a colorful main capsule wardrobe, we can easily put the color in with our accessories. And bonus points if you have some kind of scarf that matches with your favorite color bag. You can wear both of these together, and honestly I cannot wear both of these items on my body at the same time and not smile. It just, you can even see right now as I'm filming, These two just bring me so much joy. And then I also have other colorful bags. I also have like a pink scarf and a pink bag, which I think it's a nice combination. But you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be a colorful color. You can have maybe a beige color that you really like, or maybe a metallic gray color or something like that. It doesn't matter, but something that really brings you joy. I think it's an essential in the winter months. And now before I continue with the shoes, I quickly want to talk about another important category that I would call elevated accessories, because I know all of us, if you live somewhere cold, we're gonna have the accessories covered, we're gonna have the gloves and the hats, all of that. But usually because of the practical reasons and what it's available, we're just gonna buy something that it's really, you know, nothing special, nothing stylish, and that's absolutely fine. But then at the same time, on those days where we wanna feel just a little bit more polished and elevated, we can use elevated accessories to really spice up our outfits. And here I have the perfect example. This is actually 100% wool hat that it's gonna protect me from the rain, it's gonna protect me from the snow, and also it's gonna keep my hat a little bit more warm, but it's gonna also look stylish at the same time. Of course, this is gonna be very personal to your style, and you don't need to have a lot of pieces like that. Maybe one or two is more than enough, but just something to spice everything up. And of course, I also have to talk about scarves. You can really express your personality with your scarves. I have quite a few of them, and honestly, they just bring me so much joy, and they make me warm, and they make me happy, and my style is always elevated. And now for the shoes, I have a pair that I talked about in my full capsule wardrobe essentials, but that just shows you that certain pieces in our wardrobe, they're just gonna do so much work for us and they're gonna be amazing. So I have my leather over the knee flat boots that I swear by both in the fall and in the winter. And the reason for that is because they're really stylish. They're really easy to wear. I can wear them with my tights, I can wear them with my socks. And then when it comes to the weather situation, I can wear them when it's snowing and when it's raining without any issues. To be fair, I'm not walking for hours and hours on end, but for quick walks, these are absolutely perfect, and not even once my feet got wet. So I'm not sure how this would go if you would walk for a really long time, but for everyday wear and driving and all of that, these are more than enough. And honestly, I keep raving about these shoes. These are really expensive, this particular pair, but I'm sure you can find similar options that are a lot more inexpensive, and maybe you can even find the properly waterproof versions, because I know a lot of brands are kind of doing that now. So this is the style that I love and that I will highly recommend. And then of course we have to talk about proper waterproof boots in case you live somewhere where it's snowing and raining like I do. And my recommendation with this kind of boots that you want to go for something in a neutral color so you can easily dress your boots up and down as much as you want to. You also want to get a nice little height in case it's snowing, so the snow is not gonna go into your shoe. Of course you want to have bottoms that have nice little grooves so you're not gonna be slipping anywhere. And then when it comes to the design, obviously snow boots or waterproof boots, usually these are a little bit more sporty, so that's absolutely fine, but you want to go for the design that you can also dress up if you want to. For me, these are really nice. They're kind of, I like to call them waterproof combat boots because they look really cool. As with my winter puffer coat, again, I used to just wear shoes that were kind of whatever, they weren't really waterproof and I was struggling, but ever since I got a proper pair, my life is transformed. But again, maybe you're not living somewhere where it's snowing. That's why I also quickly want to mention UGG boots, because when I lived in the UK, these were kind of my snow boots, and the only thing that I did to these shoes is it was liquid proof, which I don't really own anymore because I used it up completely, but I'm gonna show you on the screen how it looks. And you can use that kind of water repellent spray. You spray the entire UGG boots, you wait for I don't know how many hours, and then they're gonna be water repellent. So if it's gonna be snowing or raining, you can walk in them for a lot longer without any issues. And even today, sometimes if I know I'm not going to be walking for a long time, I can easily wear my UGG boots because I did protect them from the water. And yeah, this is just another alternative if you don't want to buy special snow boots for, just a few months of the year. Now, if you want to see my entire winter capsule wardrobe for 2026, I'm gonna link my video here so you can watch it next. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I will see you next time.